Get up. That's right. Get up, get active, and get moving. What's up, y'all? Welcome to Kevin White's Time is Life. Time is life. And listen, I got a very special guest for you today. One of my people from way back in the day, and I'll get to her in just 2 seconds, right? Of course, you know that this particular series that I've been doing is about health and wellness, right? And before I get into that, let me take care of the paperwork, right? So big shout out to my sponsors, which is Capers Business Ventures, the Dream Safe Project, which is super duper awesome. Living with Eilena, one of my fellow podcasters, she's super awesome, as well as Just Me T-shirts and apparel, you know, the one that make it happen for me. Get up. Reset 365, and of course, powered by Vanguardian Global. So listen, let me get back to the business at hand. This individual that I'm going to bring on and talk to you, not only is she a great person, but when it comes to this health and wellness stuff, you know, she's kind of put me up on a number of different things. The reason that I eat healthier, the reason that I exercise more. Now, I've always been into exercise and moving around and dancing and all those things, but she's really helped get me on the straight and narrow. A lot of people have asked me, well, Kevin, well, what are you doing? You know what I mean? And where would you start? We see that you're always active. You know, what are some of your routines and things of that nature? Well, the person I'm about to bring on, she helped me put a lot of that stuff together, right? So without any further ado, let me go ahead and just bring her in. Everybody, I want to introduce you to my good friend, JB. Joy, JB. What's up? What's up?
What's up, Kevin? Kev?
Oh, you already know. You already know. It's good to see you. It's good to see you now.
Too.
People don't know this yet, but I'm going to let them know. I'm going to let them know really, really quick, too, that you and I, we go back years. We go back years. And, you know, just to kind of put it out there, we silly.
Oh, my gosh.
We silly, but that's okay. That's okay. So everybody, this is JB, aka the Conscious Athlete, and I just want to kind of put you out there for a second, JB. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about you, and then you know, and just before you lay that foundation, everybody already knows that my show is about, you know, what I mean, empowering people, educating people, but more importantly, inspiring them. And you've done a lot of different things. You've made a bunch of transitions, and you're doing some really, really great stuff. So tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
A little bit about me. Well, my name is Joy, and I like to be called JB because that's like another part of me.
Yeah.
And I've always admired people that care about other people's well-being. So I think as growing up, I've always felt that way. Like I want to get people to have fun. Say like I just wanted people to have fun. And I still want people to have fun.
That's
so
right.
I like to inspire people to be their best selves, you know, level up, rise higher, always be their best, and know that they have the power and the inner strength to do that. Everything is not on the outside. So it's like I enjoy getting people to feel good, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I really, really like, you know?
That's what's up. I mean, so, you know, I'm going to tell you, though, to have a lot of positive energy like that and to try to make sure that everyone else is good, that takes a lot. Because not only do you have to make sure that your energy is good, but you're trying to help raise everybody else's energy and vibrations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's big.
So,
that's a lot of work, though, isn't it?
Well, yeah, not really, because when I go to sleep, I'm recharged. So the next day it's like I got plenty to give. I just want to give it, you know.
That's
I just want to give it. So it's cool. It's cool.
It's cool. So well, you know, I mean, I'm thinking to myself when I say it could be hard. I mean, because you know, it's a challenge for me. I try to do the same thing, but I do know that if you're giving from your heart, then there's, you know what I mean? It's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? You're giving from your heart. You're coming from a great place anyway. You know what I mean?
Right.
So let me ask you, how long do you think we've known each other?
Oh my gosh. Wow. How about this? Before kids. Before the kids. And
reported
we know
to
how old our kids are.
right, right. So we're talking about, and I'm, you know what I mean. I did a little digging. You know what I'm saying? I did a little digging. We're talking about, goodness, I don't know, 20 something plus years.
Oh, wow. Yes. Oh my gosh. We look like babies.
Yeah, we do, don't
We
we?
look like freaking, okay, we look like teenagers.
But look at you, still acting silly with a cheese on your face. I'm with stupid. What is this about?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Wow,
that's
that is so cool.
yeah. I'm telling you. And you know what? The other thing is that as as I um as I dig deeper into the archives, and I got some other pictures. As I dig deeper into the archives, you know what I mean. I'm going to share that stuff, but I want to share some other stuff. I want to ask you some questions because I'm sure people want to know, right?
Right.
Um, what I haven't told everybody is that we used to dance together, right? And you know, I have a lot of people that follow me because I used to dance with TLC. But what they don't know about this particular call is that you used to dance with TLC before I did.
Yeah.
When did
Well,
you?
you did too, the video. Remember we did
Yes,
that
I do.
video.
Yeah, I do remember. I remember. You know what? That's what's really crazy is. Do you remember when we were in Atlanta and we filmed "What About Your Friends"
Yes.
again? And yeah, that version, the second version or the real version that came out, we end up not being in it. You guys were in it, but
Yeah.
we end
I
up
mean,
not being in it.
yes. Yes.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? But I remember way back then. But let me ask you this before we jump into the videos, because the other one, I actually have that video and I might end up showing it. You know
Oh
what I
God.
mean? But yeah,
Right.
I know, because you're in the back like this. Get it up. It's the Get It Up video, y'all. In case
I
you want to go
know.
see it, it's the Get Up video. Get it up. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Poetic Justice, Tupac, Janet Jackson. Go check it out.
Yes. Yes.
So let me ask you, JB, when did you first fall in love with dancing?
Mm, 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 mm.
Every time you
Good
do that, you
question.
remind me of my little sister. Mm, mm, mm,
You know
mm.
what I like to say, Kevy Kev? When did I rise in love?
Ah,
All right, you feel
I
me?
hear
When
that.
did
I
I
do.
rise? Oh my gosh, when did I
Tell
rise?
me
It
about it.
really young, of course. People say I've been dancing since I was 3. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, yeah.
I was really young, and I think that watching, of course, Michael Jackson, you know,
Yes.
watching him just being just being so adamant about I'm gonna learn that moonwalk. I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna learn it. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah,
So it's just been, I was a kid. I was a kid and I just, we danced around in the living room. My mom would bring home, the new songs and we would play them on a record player.
Right, 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 right.
And we would just gather in the living room and dance. I think it was just in me when I was born. It was just
Yeah,
there. I don't remember a time not loving it. I really don't.
that's
So,
what's up. I have to tell
yes.
you, when it comes to like dancing, I'm right there with you. I mean, like, I put myself in a position like my mom told me years ago that the song "Play That Funky Music, White Boy" would come on, and she said I would just lose my mind. Now, obviously, that was when we were little, so like you said, it was born in us. When we were born, it was in us,
Yes.
um, and as we slowly start to realize it, then it was over. Right? It was over.
It was over once we embraced it, you know what I'm
Yeah,
saying, and said this is what I love. It back then it was like, oh, it's a hobby. What are your hobbies? I like dancing. And then
yeah,
time goes on and you're like, wait a minute, this could be an actual like career.
yeah.
you
Because
know
I mean, because you weren't just a dancer, you did a lot of the choreography also.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. I
yeah.
mean, I could like, just keeping it 100 with you. I know the ATLian. You know what I'm saying? I know the
Right.
ATLian, and I still see your mark on some of the performances today.
Nice.
Right now, I see it. I mean, let me tell you something, everybody. If you know me, you know I gets down, right? I gets down. I gotta find this because I think that people need to see this. I gets down, but I had an opportunity, you know what I mean? And this was a few years ago. But my girl, she blessed me with a surprise visit.
Oh my
You know what I'm
gosh.
saying? Yeah, with a surprise visit. Yeah. She came down. She came down to Vegas, and you know, just surprised me and was like, it wasn't just easy on me either. It was like, yo, we're about to dance.
Ah!
She's like, we're about to dance. I'm gonna teach you a routine, and we're about to get it. And I'm just like, JB, come on now. You know what I mean? I'm still in retirement. She was like, yeah, but it's time to get you out of retirement. You remember
Yes,
that? Do you remember
yes,
when you came down? Look at, we'd have
yes,
moved all the kitchen table and everything. We'd have moved it. You was like, all right, come on, let's do
yes. I was like,
it.
dude, retirement? You never retire
Yeah,
from dancing. Are you
I
crazy?
know. I know. I know.
No,
I don't know what I
we're not
was
doing
thinking.
that.
I don't know what I was thinking, but I do know this. You know what I mean? As I continue to work with you and work with you and work with you, you
Hmm.
actually pull some stuff out of me. And I'm about to just go ahead and I'm gonna just go ahead and show him. I can't help it. I gotta show him. You know what I
Uh-oh.
mean? Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You took I'm gonna just tell you like straight up. You took me outside and you was just like, all right, it's time to do it, Kev. I'm like, all right, well, let's do it. And next thing you know, I tried to pull my leg up and it wouldn't go up very high. You know what I'm saying? I try and look at you, you on your tippy toes. I'm telling you. Hey, listen, everybody, if you're
Wow.
just tuning in, you are live with my homegirl JB Joy. You know what I'm saying? JB, the conscious athlete. This is one of
Yes.
my this is one of my people from goodness 28, 29, almost 30 years ago. Almost 30 years ago. I've known this person right now, man, and she's
Uh,
near and dear to my heart. I just got to tell you, near and dear to my heart. There's only a few people that I've known, or I've known a lot of people that long, but that I still stay in contact with. JB is at the top of the list. At the top of the list. So let me ask you this, Joy. You've made a transition, obviously being the conscious athlete, if you will. You're doing some personal training stuff now. Tell me a little bit
mhm.
about that.
Well, I think when I was teaching, I was
Hmm.
actually teaching, I was teaching hip hop like
Uh-huh.
time ago. And I was already into working out a lot, like just like a fanatic. Then I
Right.
was like, one day I was like, you know what? I probably could teach this too. If I
Yeah.
can teach dance, I can teach exercise because it's my passion, and that's what drives me. Passion drives me.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
just it. I let it lead me. So I was like, okay, I feel this strongly about it, then I could probably teach. I could probably teach fitness too.
Yeah, for
And
sure.
yeah, and so I'm very I like to teach people how to do exercises properly.
Right.
It makes me cringe when I see people do a squat that's not correct. Like I just be like, you know what I'm saying?
Right. So,
So,
so, but let me ask you. With that being said, when you see people doing it the wrong way, if you will, what are the? I mean, things could happen. Like if, especially if they're lifting up too much weight, or if they're all balanced or something, they could really hurt themselves. I would imagine,
mhm.
right? Yeah.
Yes, yes. If their knees are not lined up properly, you
Hmm.
know, you can pull a muscle, you can
Hmm.
damage in the long run, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Or
Yeah.
something can happen the next day, you're like, dang, I'm so sore. What did I do? And it's all about form. I'm big on
Right.
form.
Right.
So I think that because I was teaching dance, it kind of being that I was really into fitness too and running
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
meditating, it kind of goes together because it's active. It keeps you moving. It
Yeah.
keeps your blood flowing. It keeps your sanity. You know what I mean? So
Right.
it
And what?
all kind of went together. It was an easy thing for me.
Yeah. Well, without giving our ages, you look great. You know what I'm saying? And I would imagine that
Appreciate that.
I would imagine that, you know what I'm saying, all the dancing and being active, exercising, that obviously played a big part in that. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah.
I'm still trying to catch you. Listen, I'm gonna tell a quick I'm telling you, I am trying to catch you. I'm gonna tell you why. Like I consider myself an athlete. I consider myself I go running, I walk on a regular basis. I don't really go to the gym because of this whole COVID thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? But push-ups, sit-ups, that type of deal. So I consider myself, I could compete. I could compete, you know what I mean? But you, you go hard. You know what I mean? This story, right? Thanksgiving. Thanksgiving 2020, right? I get an invite from JB saying, listen, I'm doing a class, why don't you join the class? It's Thanksgiving morning. You know you're gonna eat a whole bunch. Why don't you do the exercise first? And so I'm like, yeah, I could do that. So I tell Tosh, my wife, I'm like, Tosh, we're gonna take this class with JB. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, all right, well, when? I said, first thing in the morning. She's like, come on, we gotta get up. And I'm like, yeah, we gotta get up. So we get up, we go into the little workout room, we hit our laptop, we turn it on. And as soon as we turn it on, it's like she knew we were gonna log in, y'all. She knew it. She's like this. Hey. And then, oh, right, exactly.
Right.
Right. And then all these other people start logging on, right? And so I'm like, all right, well, let's do it. Whatever. I'm ready. We stretch a little bit. She's like, all right, everybody, we're about to get started. All I can say is this. There was a couple of times where I acted like I was going to get water, but I was hiding. I was hiding because I couldn't breathe.
Yeah. I was like, wait a minute, where? I'm like, wait, where'd he go?
I'm gonna tell you because you tried to kill me. I know what you tried to do. You know what I'm saying?
No,
but on a
no,
serious note, you pushed me though. You pushed me to another level. And at that point, right when but this is big because this is where the growth happens. Right when you think you're right there, right when you think you know everything, someone else comes in and they show you something by working out with you, doing the type of workout you do, because it kind of reminded me of like a HIIT type workout. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
By doing that, it pushed me. And I was just like, I know now that there's another level that I need to get to.
Yes.
You know what I mean? There's another level I need to get to. So the personal training aspect of it, number one, I already know as a person and an individual, you like to give back, right? But as a personal trainer, obviously you don't like seeing people do it the wrong way. But tell me more about your personal training business.
Well, right now, like you said, like you mentioned, COVID situation, I've had to, the thing is, I've had to jump out of my little comfort zone because even for me, I
Right.
have to practice. I have to practice what I preach. So when that happened, I was like, okay, me along with so many others aren't already online doing whether it's training, personal training, or classes or whatever. We're doing it in person. I've never thought about doing that, really. So I had to kind of reconstruct, rearrange everything. And so now doing it virtually,
Yeah.
it's very, very different, but it's working for now.
Yeah.
But as far as the personal training, when I am personal one-on-one with someone, that's where the conscious part comes in because
Yeah.
I'm not here just for your physical.
Mm-hmm.
Physical, great. Physical, I mean, like you said, I go hard. So I like to push myself physically and I like to see, I like to have other people push themselves physically, but we have to keep that balance. So we have to have our mindset conscious. Yes, we have to keep that balance. You got to keep that balance. So I started doing it on my own. I'm like, okay, I meditate, I read certain types of books and everything. And I said that I need to share that and make sure the people that I'm teaching using their imagination. Like when I used to have my spin class, every single spin class, I would always say, okay, you guys, let's imagine we're going up mountains today. Or let's imagine we're being chased by Rockwilders, like when we have to speed. So I love for people to use what we used to use as kids, like our imagination, because as soon as we get older, things start coming at us. We get all these distractions. So I like to end my sessions with something very conscious, something very light, bringing you back down, just pulling it all back in. So it's not just about the physical, but as far as physical, I love to help people push, like you said, push people past what they think they can't do or they get comfortable.
Yeah.
So I know I get comfortable too. So if I'm pushing myself, I'm like, I'm going to push other people. You know what I mean?
No. I get it. I'm gonna tell you though, but that's the difference. When I think of the personal trainer, right? And I could be completely wrong, and I'm not trying to stereotype anybody, but when I think of a personal trainer, I think of somebody that's going to come in there. They got a routine for you. You're going to do that routine. After the routine is over, we're going to hit the clock, and then boom, you're gone. And then I got my next client coming in. Okay, hit some push-ups. Go, go, go. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
What you just explained to me was that not only are you pushing them physically, but what you're trying to do is you're trying to inspire, but also have them tap into that inner energy and focus.
Yes.
By doing that, though, just based upon what I do, because I obviously who I am. You've known me for years. I've always been into inspiring people, helping people, and doing those things. But by doing that, you're now having them tap into a piece of them that they maybe didn't even know was there.
Yes, yes,
You know what
yes,
I'm
yes,
saying?
exactly. Yes.
That's what I'm hearing you say. I mean, you know what I
Yes.
mean? All
Yep.
right, good, good. Everybody,
Yep.
if you're just tuning in, you're live with my homegirl, JB, aka the conscious athlete. Now, JB, let me ask you this. I saw a video just the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and you know what I mean? I started laughing immediately because it was you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was you. It was you. I saw a video just the other day of you practicing your roller skating.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, so tell me about your roller skating, JB.
Well, you know what? Now I can tell you when I what would I say, fell in love. When
You
I want to
rose
say
well.
I discovered skating. I can remember that
Yeah.
because my mom took me skating. Well, she used to take us skating when we were kids, but she took me skating and I was like, okay, and I couldn't skate. I was my wheels, my skates kept doing like this.
Right.
And I was like, this is so hard. I mean, I was like 6 years old or something. I was like, this is
Right.
so hard. I'm not gonna ever get this.
Right.
But then after I got it, I just kept going. I kept going. I kept going. And the love for it, the dancing, the moving
Mm-hmm.
on wheels,
Mm-hmm.
like you know how it feels.
I
You know
do.
how it
I
feels.
do.
So as throughout my life, I get my kids, take them to
Mm-hmm.
skate parties, and I'm like, okay, I go skating when I take them to the little skate parties. I
Mm-hmm.
don't want to show out or nothing, just do a little something. And then I said, but one day I'm going to find my way back to my love and my passion for skating. And that is what happened. Since I've been here in LA, I was like, okay, this is it. This is the
Right.
time that I go back. Me and skating are going to rekindle our relationship. That's exactly what I did. So that
That's
is
right.
what I do. So I practice and it's the feeling. It's therapeutic and
Mm-hmm.
it's even a form of meditation. People
Is
don't
that
know
right?
that running, skating, reading, those things are all forms of meditation. It's not just about necessarily sitting still and breathing, but
Mm-hmm.
things that you enjoy that really like touch your heart, like that
Mm-hmm.
heart chakra, that
Yeah.
is a form of meditation. So for
Right
me,
on.
and every skater will say it, they will all say that it's therapeutic, and it
Mm-hmm.
gets out a lot of, frustration and stress. And
Anxiety, I would imagine.
yes, yes. And
Mm-hmm.
it's good to just keep moving. Like, I don't care. Like, I know skaters that are in their 70s, in their
Mm-hmm.
60s. They're
Mm-hmm.
like amazing. They're doing splits and everything.
Wow. Wow. So,
So,
but I'm gonna tell you, being that this is part of our health and wellness series, a part of what I'm trying to get people to understand, this feeds right into that. Because again, it doesn't always have to be about exercise. Now, make no mistake, skating is good exercise also.
yes,
You know what
yes.
I'm saying? But
Hmm.
being able, like you just said a moment ago, and I was gonna tap or touch on meditation, but people don't know that that's a form of meditation. You know
Yep,
what I'm saying? People don't know that all the different things that you do on a daily basis, depending on how you do it and what the focus is on it, can be a form of meditation. And I'm gonna
yep.
tell you, I've seen again, I've seen some of the skate parties that you guys be doing down there in LA. I've not like live, but some of the videos that you post, and I see some of these like I'm gonna say this. A lot of people don't understand that the dance scene in Atlanta years ago originated from skating. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? A lot of
Hmm.
that stuff originated from even there was a movie that came out. I'm not in because it slips my mind right now. There was a movie that was filmed in LA in Atlanta that was based on the roller skating rink Jelly Beans. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah. Oh
In
yeah.
state town and all that. Where, yeah, you know
Yes.
what I'm saying? So,
Yes.
but nonetheless, I digress. I'm gonna get back to it. Everybody, again, this is Kevin White's Time is Life. I'm with my homegirl JB, and this is part of our health and wellness series. We're talking about staying in shape, doing little things. We're about to jump into the whole eating right portion of it. But again, get out there and get active. Let me just say it like that. Get out there, get
Yes.
active. JB was just telling us about some of the stories that she has when it comes to skating and being out there and that being one of her first loves. JB, tell me about the whole portion about eating right. So I exercise, right?
Right.
Let's say that I meditate, which I need to do more of. But let's say I'm also meditating, trying to get everything in line. But what if I'm not eating right?
Well, you know what? Let's talk about that phrase, eating right.
Mm,
Who's to
okay.
say we eating right and eating wrong? You know,
Ooh,
so there really is no eating right.
that's what's up.
You
Talk
know,
to me.
so it's all about what works for you, what works for your body. We all know that anything that's high in sugar or lots of sugar, that's
Hmm.
not good. We all know
Right,
that. We
right.
all know, excessive amounts of anything is not good, whether it's alcohol, sugar, caffeine. We know that. Greasy food, fast food, those things, when we do a lot of that, it makes us sick. It makes us not feel well. And some people, they do it so much that it's just the norm. But we
Hmm.
all know better. That's just it. It's not a whole lot of, I'm going to teach you. Everybody knows that. I
Hmm.
know a lot of people try to make it seem like, oh, you need to combine this, you need to do this, you need to do that. No, we know what's good and what's not, you know.
Yeah,
So you have to figure out what works for you. What works for
right,
you is what's good for you.
right.
So you know that the vegetables, if you eat lots of vegetables, lots of salads, and a little bit of protein leans you up, then that works for you. You
Right.
know that you have to it's all about water. It's all about water. Our bodies are, the biggest percent of our body is water. Each organ needs lots of water.
Mm,
So my suggestion, because I do this, is for everyone is to get that water in first thing in the day. First thing in the morning, first thing in the day when you rise in the
hmm.
AM. It's more important to get the water in because it's been absorbed throughout your sleep.
Mm,
So that's why sometimes you wake up, you feel a little groggy, you might be a little dehydrated because maybe you didn't get enough water that day before you
ah,
lay down, you didn't get enough water at night. So it's important to get that going because that is going to get that electricity going for the day. Some
yeah,
people think it's the food, and for some people, maybe it is. I know people that say, oh, I don't eat breakfast. And I used to be like, how do you not do that? I can't do that.
yeah,
But it's all about what works for you.
yeah.
You know, so as far as when you say eating right, we all know that that's vegetables, fruit, lots
Hmm.
of water, teas. Um,
Hmm.
so it depends on what you like, depends
Hmm.
on what works for you. So
Sure.
that's how I see it. So I treat each person separately. I don't just give out a plan and say, here, this is what everybody needs to eat. You know what I mean?
Hmm. Hmm.
So I believe in substituting. Substituting food is best.
Right
Yeah.
on. Right on. I like the phrase that you said a moment ago that we all know what's good for us. Like there's been times where I have eaten too much sugar. Like I got a thing for cake. Me and cake.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, I'm telling you,
Yes.
it's a love-hate relationship because I love to eat it, but after I eat it, I hate myself. You know what I'm saying? But I got a thing for cake. I
Wait,
can eat.
wait, wait. I gotta know this. What kind of cake? Regular birthday cake?
Yes, I love birthday
Oh
cake.
man, not with
I
the
love birthday
sprinkles.
cake.
Oh,
No. I don't do sprinkles. I don't do sprinkles. But let me tell you this. I
so
love
good though. I
Yeah,
know.
I know. I'm gonna tell you, I love red velvet cake. My favorite cake, though, and I think this started with my mom, was the yellow cake with the chocolate icing. I'm old school like that. Yeah,
That
you can
is
go.
old school. That is that's like
Mm,
grandma always got that cake in the
I'm
little cake
telling you.
thing.
Yes.
Grandma always, because that's a easy. They can pull that stuff out of the cabinet and cook that easily.
Right. I'm telling you, yellow cake with chocolate ice, and
Wow.
I'm a huge fan. Let me just say that. You know, but to that point though, I get what you were saying when you say you could overeat or not even overeat, but eat too much of something, and all of a
Hmm.
sudden you feel sick. Like there's been times where, because I've been cutting back on a lot of sugars, but I used to eat candy until I got a stomach ache. We've all done it. You know what I'm saying? It's just like but here's the thing. You know that the stomach ache is coming because you feel it coming, and
Yep.
you keep eating the candy or cake. You know what
Yes.
I'm saying? And you just
Yes.
keep going.
Yes.
By the next thing you know what I mean, you're all sick, you're not feeling well. So I agree with you 100%. We know how much is too much. We know
Yep.
what we should be eating. The whole water thing, I've been trying to practice that. As soon as I even keep a bottle of water on the side of my bed, so when I wake up, that's the first thing that I hit.
Perfect.
You know what I'm saying? I wanted to ask you this: if I was a novice, right, and not even a novice, let's say that let's say it's me today, and I just want to start somewhere. I need to start somewhere, and I don't want to go crazy. Like I'm not about to finish this call and be like, okay, yo, I'm about to go run 15 miles. Yes, I'm not about to do that. I'm just not.
Right.
I'm just not. You know what I'm saying? But if I but if I wanted to start somewhere, where would you say I start? Like, what would be something easy? Not even, I mean, if you could tell me about food or what I could start off eating that could help kind of get me going. But what type of exercises would you say I could do, like maybe 2, 3 times a week, just to kind of kickstart my routine?
Well, I would suggest just to kickstart, depending on, see, it would depend on also the level of fitness that you're already at.
Okay. Let's say I'm a
So,
beginner. I haven't exercised in a long time. So I just want to get active a little bit. Not crazy. I don't want to do the Thanksgiving, killer workouts you
right,
try to have me do. I just want to
right.
do a little bit of something.
Well, I would suggest that it would be like a brisk walk,
Hmm.
especially if it's been a while. So
Yeah.
if you're able to go out in nature,
Hmm.
in your neighborhood, I would
Hmm.
do a brisk walk. Like I would tell people, some of my clients, I would say, now don't walk like you smelling roses. Hey, neighbors, stopping and chit
Yeah.
chat. No, I need you to walk. I
Yeah.
need you to I need you to get a brisk walk going, get that blood flowing, you know what I'm saying? Heat that body up. I would say do that maybe 20, 25 minutes,
Mm,
like 3 times a week. And then at the end, of course, get a really good stretch. But I know a
mm.
lot of times when you're starting out, your flexibility might be a little so-so. I would
Yeah.
just do basic stretches to start out with, and then keep that going for weeks or months, and then just advance and keep going and keep going. And then you can start going into doing maybe more of like group sessions
Hmm.
and things like that. So I would
Well,
utilize hills. I would
hmm.
try to go to different like hikes, but nothing, like you said, you don't want to start out too strong. So
Yeah.
I wouldn't do anything too intense, but I would
Hmm.
do something where you're doing some type of movement, whether it's uphill, downhill, you know, to move your body around, not just like a track, if you
Yeah.
can. I mean,
Well,
a
well, let
track
me
is
ask you.
great, but
But yeah, just doing you got.
yeah,
I mean, also doing a track, you're just gonna keep seeing the same scenery. Where if you're walking, you got trees, you got all types of stuff going on.
yeah.
So let me ask you this: how important, like number one, we're not trying to push too hard, but you mentioned stretching. How
Hmm.
important is stretching before and after, exercise?
Well, stretching, when it comes to exercising, stretching
Mm-hmm.
is not really at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there is stretching called limbering stretching, where you're
Mm-hmm.
kind of moving your body and stretching at the same time. Maybe a
Gotcha.
tiny stretch, but the stretching, as far as exercising, really comes at the end when the muscles are warm and the flexibility is there. Now, in dance,
Mm-hmm.
stretching is at the beginning.
Right.
You stretch at the
Gotcha.
beginning. You know
Gotcha.
what I'm
So
saying?
you made a good point there. Because I was going to say a lot of people think that you got to really, really stretch at the beginning of working out, but your muscles are still cold.
Hmm.
Now when you dance, your muscles get hot real fast. You know
Uh-huh.
what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah.
They get hot real fast.
Uh-huh.
A lot of what you're talking about right now. I know that you have your own YouTube channel, and you all can follow JB. I know you've been watching it at the bottom of the screen on all social media platforms, including YouTube, at Joy's Fit Life. You can find her, and obviously her website is joysfitlife.com. Now, on your YouTube channel, you do a lot of these different exercises or stretching. I don't know if you've dedicated a portion of your channel to working out how people are eating right and things of that nature, or not necessarily eating right, but eating according to what they feel like they may need. Let me say it like that.
Right.
Are you doing anything on there about meditation and things of that nature?
On my channel, I kind of do, I do have some workouts on there. It's just like
Mm-hmm.
they're a little short. They're mostly short workouts, but I do have some stretching on there because I feel like stretching is very important. I feel
Mm-hmm.
like people do the workouts, people do their cardio, but
Mm-hmm.
they kind of skimper on the stretching. So I do
I
have the
do.
stretching videos on there, the flexibility, just
Mm-hmm.
like quick stretching that can move you around, even first thing when you rise. You know, if you
Yeah.
want to just get that, that's where that Tai Chi comes in at, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
it's like you can move around, get your body moving around, get the flow going, get that body flow going. So I have
Yeah.
videos like that on there. And
Right.
I also have my series I call plant-based quickies,
Ah.
because they're plant-based quick meals, because I don't do a whole lot of cooking, and a lot of people think that to have a plant-based diet or to eat plant-based, there's a lot of ingredients, there's a lot of this and a lot of that. And I'm like, wait a minute, I make things pretty quickly. So I want to show people that to be plant-based, it doesn't take like a whole lot of spending time in the kitchen. So I
Right.
have some videos about making quick things and that are so delicious and so good. And it's all plant-based if that's what you're into. But meat can always be added to plant-based meals. So
Hmm.
if you eat chicken or if you eat fish, you can always add that to it. So it doesn't have
Mm-hmm.
to be plant-based. But for those people who are plant-based or vegan, they're
Mm-hmm.
still trying to figure it out, especially one starting out. They're
Yeah.
still trying to figure out, how can I make this taste a little bit like something else? Or how can I get this to
Right.
be the
Right.
consistency of something else and still
Yeah.
have the flavor? So I do
Yeah.
have that on there too. Yeah.
Right on. Right on. I
Mhm.
I'm gonna take you back real quick because I know that you're not expecting me to say this to you
Uh-oh.
or ask this
Hey,
question. I'm gonna take you back. I'm gonna take you back to the dancing, right?
okay.
If you're just tuning in, JB was one of the originator of, of the whole dancing with TLC before I even got on. Um, they were interesting because it was TLC and it was almost like a whole nother crew with TLC. It was like their security,
All
but
right.
they were called the Wench Mob. The
Preach.
Wench Mob. Tell me about the Wench Mob.
Oh my gosh. Well, the winch mob. Well, they came up with that name, because of, I believe, because of the lynch mob, obviously.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So, and they wanted us to be a mob, you
Right.
know. So everything with them, which is the reason why I vibrated with them so well, is because everything had to be different. They didn't like to do anything like anybody else. So
Yeah.
when that idea came along, we embraced it. We were like, wait a minute, do we want to be called that? And we were like, you know what? We're gonna embrace it. We're gonna,
Mhm.
play this role. It's great, it's awesome. So that was created in that way so that it's like we are protecting them. They had their own individual protectors.
Right,
So
right.
that's kind of like what it was. It was like these bad girls. We had little bats. We walked around with little bats, and we were just like bad, supposedly.
Right, right. No, no, no. It was
So
dope. It was dope because
yeah, it
I
was pretty
remember
cool.
me and Stacy, right?
Right.
I kind of felt like
Stacy!
right, right. I kind of felt like we were the honorary only guys that could
Yes,
be in the Winch Mob. You know what I'm
yes,
saying?
we wanted y'all so bad. We were like, we need them. We need them in our mob. Yes, yes,
That's what's up. I felt
yes.
special. I did. I did. I'm gonna show this last video here, JB. Not video, but this last picture because this is when you kind of took it to the next level with me. I'm gonna go ahead and show
Okay.
this picture right here.
Okay.
When you came
Ah,
to Atlanta, when you came to Las Vegas
right.
and just kind of you taught me this routine. This is when I knew you
Yes.
still had it though. You was like, look, yeah, we're about to do this. Okay. And you know what I mean? And look at this. You right here, you telling me, look at this look in your face. You like right here, Kev. You know what I'm saying? You better give me that. Look at your fingers. You even got your fingers pointing down, like you better, you know what I'm saying? And then over here, you try to tell me, you like, look, you ain't, yeah, Kev, get your chin up, Kev. Get your
Right.
chin up. I'm not even gonna talk about this one right here. You like, come on, Kev, you gotta step.
See, I had to bring you, I had to make you remember. I was like, retirement, no, because that particular video that we were doing,
Yeah,
that's what it did for me. When I saw that video, as a matter of fact, it was No Limit by Usher.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
haven't felt that way since like probably Michael Jackson or Janet, when when they came out those videos, and I would just watch them back then. We were watching them when they came
yeah,
on, and I would learn them. But that video, I was like, oh, oh, I gotta get this.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, just simplicity, but
Hmm.
so fire at the same
Yeah,
time. And I
yeah.
was like, that's the one guy that could get this and do it with me. And
That's
I knew
right.
it could be you. I was like,
Yeah,
okay, I got a
you put me to
surprise
work
for
though.
you.
You put me to work though. I'm like, man,
Oh
oh,
man, that
it was good
video,
stuff though.
it sparked something in me, something that I used to feel when we used to sit around and wait for that next dance video to come out, and you'd be
Yeah,
like, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That's what it did for me. And I was like, wow, this video is everything. Oh my
That's
gosh.
what's up. That's what's
Yes.
up. Everybody, I wanna thank my very special guest, JB. Joy, I miss you, homegirl. Can't wait till this pandemic is over. So you know me, we can get together.
I
The
know.
conscious athlete, y'all, she's super awesome. Super, super awesome. So JB, I know I've already told everybody where to find you. But if they want to follow you and they want to, get on your workout plans, because I know that you also host classes and whatnot. I don't know if you do live Facebook lives and all that stuff, but why don't you tell everybody where they can find you? I know it's scrolling at the bottom, but go ahead, tell them where they can find you.
All right, you can find me on Instagram at Joy's Fit Life. You can find me on Twitter, Joy's Fit Life, and my Facebook fitness page is Joy's Fit Life. And let's see what else. My YouTube is Joy's Fit Life, and my website is joysfitlife.com. So all the platforms might be a little different. So when you go to one, you might see something you might not see on the other. So
Ah,
I like
good,
to
good.
keep things different. I like to switch it up. So you're looking for something different when you come to my Facebook page. You might not see the same thing that you see on my Instagram page. Might be a
Right,
little different. But
right on.
it's all conscious awareness, level up, inner strength, youthfulness, imagination, going
Yeah.
within and sitting within, before all the distractions, when all the distractions on the outer world hit you. This is
Hmm.
where the real world is. The
Right
real
on.
world is in here.
Yeah.
So that's what I want people to embrace and
Yeah.
realize, that's
Yeah.
the goal.
That's right. That's right. Well,
Yeah,
JB, obviously, you know, what I mean, I really appreciate you spending time with me. Thank you for coming on.
of
Um,
course.
and I'm gonna make sure because you're a guest that you get one of these Get Up
Yes, yes,
t-shirts.
yes,
I'll
yes.
be
I
sure
need
to
that
get
in my
that to
life.
you.
Because Kev, I need to be told that sometime.
Mm. We all
Yes,
do, though. We all do. Sometimes,
for
you know, me,
sure.
I'm gonna tell you that I know the next time we get together, you're gonna try to push me again, and I'm gonna have to be ready. I'm gonna have to be ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, I already know
It's
what it
coming
is.
soon. When you
I
said
know.
something about lives, I was doing lives when the pandemic first hit.
Hmm.
And so I'm cooking up something. I'm cooking up something special. It's gonna be something different and special coming up.
All right,
So
good. So just make sure
I'll
that I'm
keep you
involved
posted.
and don't embarrass me because I don't want to have to act like I'm getting water when I'm really over there just hiding because I'm scared. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, I'm not gonna do that to you. No.
Okay, cool. All right, well, everybody, again, I want to thank JB for stopping by. Make sure you check her out
Thank
again,
you.
Joy's Fit Life, everywhere, on every platform. And the key thing that she mentioned was that you may find one thing on Facebook and see something totally different on Instagram. So make sure you check out all of them, right? And then obviously go check out her website at joysfitlife.com, right, Joy? So thank you again, JB, for being on. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me, bro.